I ain't got time to wait on no more. Hey, what's up? This is your boy DJKillzown Jones. Hold on. What the hell going on? Alright, here we go. I'm waiting on this thing. It say please stand by. What the hell?
Ugh.
Okay, we live. Supposed to say it that we live, but welcome to the Beatz N Bitz Podcast, episode number 10. We on fire. What's up, Breezy?
Not much, just sick.
Yeah, man. I know you. I know. I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain. You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Well, let's get this show on the Rizzo. So yeah, man. Uh, we moved up the show tonight. Because homeboy of ours is coming back to the business. Shout out to Torrance Davis with the video game Warzone. It will be on right after the podcast. So anyway, uh, yeah, man, Birdman and Lil Wayne have went to court. Lil Wayne is suing him for 30. No, I was finna say 31. $51 million. Not 50, $51 million.
Yep.
This is ugly, Breezy. What how you feel? How you feel? Cause you already know how I feel about
I
this
think
already.
Wayne. I think Wayne is probably gonna win his case. Most
Oh
likely, he's
damn,
gonna
you
get paid
saying
his
it.
money.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, if you look at the history of Birdman and him paying out his artists, he usually doesn't pay people, and it's known that he doesn't pay people. And I'm pretty sure what the situation was, and I probably shouldn't speak on it because I don't know. But if I had to give a good, educated guess, I suspect Wayne was being paid what he thought was his proper share, and then he found some documents that showed him what his proper share should have been. And that's why he's like, oh, really? You've been fucking me over? Okay, well, I'm leaving, and on top of that, I'm getting my money from you that you owe
And
me,
I'm taking my artist with me.
pretty much.
So I mean, hey, Breezy, you blooping.
I'm blooping blooping it.
Yeah, you blooping.
Sorry
But
about
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, I just feel like uh I just feel like it need to get resolved so we can get back to the music. Like I just want to get the music. Um, you know what I'm saying? I kind of think this is ugly that they did it out in the open, and then this is before. I would have just, if I was Wayne, just took him to court and kept pushing because yeah, it's kind of bad to air out your dirty laundry or whatever. And what the hell?
I can see why he's doing it though. Like one of the things that social media is good for, or also bad for, depending on the cause, is it's good to pressure a company into doing what they know what's right. You know what I mean? So like if all this negative flack comes at Cash Money, then it could be one of those things where it's like, you know what, yeah, I owe him his money, let me give him his money. Whereas if he don't and he keep basically letting his fans know that Wayne not Wayne, Birdman's fucking him over, Wayne's fans, Drake's fans, Nicki's fans, they gonna like just go hard at Cash Money until they give up that money. So I can see why he's doing that. It's like sort of like public peer pressure in a sense.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. You know, we'll just have to see how it plays out. So yeah, man. The Mortal Kombat X reveals, man. How you feel about this? How you feel
Who
about
was
this?
revealed?
Reptile and Ermac this week.
Um, I like Reptile. I don't care too much about Ermac though.
All right.
But I'm more of a I'm more of the ketchup and mustard dude. I like Cyrex and fucking Sector. I like
Alright.
them two the most. They
Yeah,
cool, man.
man.
I mean, he open up his chest and he throw that web and shit, and then Sector got the missiles and shit. Like that's my thing, doing the combos, and then he, throw his
Yeah.
arm back in there, clear that shit
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, man. I'm right there with you, dude. As far as whatchamacallit, I'm right there with you, cause yeah, I like Cyrex and Sector. I'm an old school dude, so I like, as far as Mortal Kombat goes, I like Sub Zero and
Yeah,
and Scorpion. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be interesting to see because this game look hella gruesome, hella toe up. You know what I'm saying? Like they taking it there. They pushing this M rating to the limit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And they actually had Marshall Lynch and Conan, and I think Tom Brady or Tony Romo? I don't care because they, whatchamacallit, uh, Patriots are cheaters. But anyway, yeah, man. I uh I just feel like this they got some genius marking over there on Another Realm. I read the comic book, which by the way, if you haven't picked it up, go pick up that Mortal Kombat X issue number 1 is from DC Comics, of course, because they got the plug or whatever on anything Mortal Kombat related, because Warner Brothers owns both of them. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for for Mortal Kombat X. I can't wait till it comes out. Can't wait till it drops. Um, yeah, man, I'm excited. For that. So next thing talking about fighting games, man, is that Tekken. They had the Tekken Crush event, which is a live stream on the esports channel on YouTube where they do like League of Legends and Dota and all that. All the it's overseas or whatever. It's in Japan, and they had a live stream with Harada. I think it was Harada, or it might have just been some people from the Tekken group or whatever, or the company from Bandai Namco or Namco Bandai, I forget which one it is now.
Yeah.
And they showed off some gameplay and they had a tournament and it looked pretty good. I don't know if you saw it, Breezy, but they showed off the game and it looks pretty good in Unreal Engine 4 on the PS3 and Xbox 360. So let me ask you this, Breezy. How do you, I'm gonna ask you this. How do you feel about them putting the game out on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 instead of the Xbox One and the PS4?
Well, there's a larger demographic right now on PS3 and Xbox 360. The install base is much larger than the PS4 and Xbox One right now. So it's a good move for them. I mean, there's still games coming out right now on the damn Sega Saturn, PlayStation, and PlayStation 2, and even on the SNES, if I remember reading an article right a few days ago. So it's a good move, in terms that the development for those systems is probably incredibly cheap. And you got that install base there. You got new people coming into it, into the hobby right now who don't have money to really fork over for a brand new PS4, Xbox One, and plus ain't really a lot of games out for either platform right now. So people are still kind of holding on to their old platforms, waiting for that blockbuster title on the new consoles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
Mm-hmm.
good move.
All right, I kind of feel the same way, kind of, because yeah, man, I kind of feel the same way, and what you call it, we have to see how the game goes. But next topic, 2 Chainz is running, or he's planning to run for mayor of uh College Park, which is in Atlanta. He
Hmm.
dropped a mixtape this week called True Jack City. Uh, and he said he wants to run for mayor at the end of this year. How you feel about that, Breeze?
Him running for mayor?
Yeah, College Park.
If Huh. I think he could win,
Hmm.
but I mean, he is an educated man, but politics is a whole nother game. But I definitely think he could win if he puts his campaign on really fixing a lot of issues that he can fix as mayor in certain areas of the city, um, which could obviously move him into a better position as in the governor and then eventually the Senate. And I think this is a good look, honestly. I would really wish that more people who um, get out of bad situations or terrible situations, people who've become, sort of like the camera, the spotlights on them, if they pursued, alternative opportunities like this, like when you get, the situation with Ice Cube, where he came from, and then rapping and then becoming an actor and then a director. Even, well, I wouldn't say Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's a different, topic, but him. Then you get, obviously we got 2 Chainz right now. You have
Hmm.
a lot of athletes do it too, like Michael Jordan when it made the Oklahoma Thunder. So it's like I really like to see them doing stuff like this. This is good, and I
Hmm.
hope he wins because that would be an achievement in and of itself, and that would inspire more people to do things like this.
Hmm. And I agree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you know, uh, I feel like that it's a good look for hip hop artists. It's a good look for just the culture in itself, man. I feel like it's just a good move. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a good move for everybody, and it's a courageous move on his part because not a lot of rappers want to step into that ring right now in this day and age, especially when you got things like, the Mike Brown situation or uh
Yeah,
you got all these different things happening and then it's happening pretty much every week. So I kind of feel like, you know, um I just kind of feel like it is what it is, man. But I feel like it's a good move by 2 Chainz, and I hope he wins, and I hope he gets a good political team around him. That's one that's not gonna accept political favors. You know what I'm saying? One that's not gonna, be corrupted or try to corrupt him into doing different things that, and I don't think 2 Chainz is going for that. But you know what I'm saying? You never know. Um, but I wish him the best, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I hope you don't get caught up in the money aspect. Cause we know 2 Chainz like to get money. Let's
yeah.
not stunt on that now. But you know, um, it is what it is, man. So anyway, moving on this week, we posted up a story on Real Gamer News that the Resistance podcast, or not Resistance podcast, the Resistance franchise, Resistance Fallen Man franchise is coming to the PS4. Sony has registered the trademark for Resistance. I believe Insomniac Games let it run out. So right now the speculation has been high. We posted the story from Real Game News on N4G, and it blew up. It went to the top of the site. It peaked at 800 flames of fire, whatever, 800 degrees. I, you see, I don't even be on N4G that much, but I knew that was
I
a high.
know.
I had got up early. Something told me to
The
get up
heat
early.
index was 800,
Yeah, the
meaning
heat.
it was a highly viewed article.
Yeah, it was a highly viewed article. We had a lot of new people come on Real Gamer News this week because of that article. And we hope y'all stay because we are simulcasting this on DJKillzownJones.com and RealGamerNews.com. So, Breezy, how you feel about this, man?
I think this is something that well, I don't know. I would like to see a PS4 version of Resistance told probably from the American perspective, because if those who've played the franchise remember, it was really told specifically from the British side early on, even though Nathan Hale was an American soldier, if I'm not mistaken. But it was more so like the first game was the British side, the second game was more so British, And then the third game is when you got a little bit of the American story, but I would like to see what the conflict was
Mm-hmm.
um, when the Americans decided to help, and then like when they first got to the U.S. and what they started doing. I would have loved to seen, when it actually like the first Chimera came out the ground and they started wreaking havoc. I would have loved to see what that was like, and I think it's a cool thing that they're taking the franchise or they've, registered the trademark again. I'm interested to see what they do. I imagine at E3 we might get a trailer
Mm-hmm.
or
Or
something.
a teaser trailer or something.
Yeah, we're gonna get something. Usually when these companies register trademarks, 3, 4 months down the road, you get a trailer for it. So we'll see.
All right. Yeah, man. I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like Resistance 3 was slept on. Um, and I'm surprised. I'm calling out my people in my city for not buying. We should have St. Louis should have made that game a million sold. No, 2 million sold because we this the first game that we was in that didn't nobody know about. So they did the commercials with what's my guy name? Uh 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 what's his name? I don't even remember his name. Dang, who was in the commercials, Breezy?
I don't know. I didn't see commercials for Resistance 3.
No, but you know who was in the Sony commercials? What's the dude name?
No
I
idea.
don't even remember his name. That's a shame, Sony. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But I know his name when I
Oh,
come
are
to
you
this.
talking about Kevin Butler?
Yeah. Kevin Butler, man. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I'm
That
saying?
dude is hilarious. They should
Funk
really
Flex.
bring him back for the
Bring
PS3
Sony, yeah,
marketing.
bring him back, man. Cut Kevin
Bring
Butler
him
that
back.
check, man. That wasn't fair. It wasn't. I didn't feel like that situation. We can speak on that. Was fair because if Firestone or Jiffy Lube or whoever the heck gave him a check to promote the Wii U. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't give
He,
him a check to promote it. It was
I mean,
more
it was
so
just a
that
promotion. Yeah, it's
it
just. I
was
mean,
the issue with the whole commercial was Firestone gave him a Wii U to use in the commercial, and so he was just playing on not the Wii U, the Wii, and because he had been so entrenched with Sony and promoting the PlayStation Move and PlayStation games, so when they handed him the Wii, it was sort of like, oh God, what have you done? Now you've confused everybody. You know what I mean? Type of thing. So
hmm
Sony had a knee jerk reaction. They were like, okay, well, we got to get rid of him now that
hmm
he's, been handed this thing. And obviously they went back through his contract and, they never explicitly stated that he couldn't do that. So it was just easier for them to just say, okay, well, we won't bring you back for whatever reason. But it was all fine and dandy.
yeah. I ain't. I don't have no problem, man, with Sony, man. I love them. And I feel like if it was me, I would have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if I, you know what I'm saying, if I hire you to do a job and you go and you do something else, I mean, I feel like they should bring him back because, like, I just fought, I forgot just that quick his name. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's not his real name, but that's who they, that's what they painted him as, and that's his character or whatever. But even still, man, I feel like he was such a great, watching him at E3, man, it was inspirational. You know what I'm saying? This
Not
dude get
even
up
just
there.
that. I mean, even the commercials, like when he was trying to push like for them PS Move and all the other games and whatnot, and the way he would deliver his lines, he delivered them in a way that made you want to go out and buy those games and buy that platform and be a part of that brand. I really wish that Sony missed the boat with him last generation and got the boat with him this generation because could you imagine how powerful that would have been considering Sony has a bunch of people already excited about the PS4, wanting a PS4. The devs like the PS4. Then you have him on top of it promoting the PS4 the way he did PS3. They would have run away with it.
Mm-hmm.
They'd really run away with everything pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I feel you on that, Breeze. So the Migos, yeah, the Migos got whatchamacallit. They got a lot of flack this week for putting up what is it? For putting up their like they had a picture where they had $1,000 check that they gave to George Washington Carver School, which is the school that they went to, and it was them, OG Marco, and I forget Skip the Flipper. They all went to the school, I think. So they gave the check back, gave the check to whatchamacallem, you know, they gave the check to the school, and it was just $1,000. Now Migos, they talk a lot of big money, big big change, big smoke, big everything, big. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And everybody clown them because they didn't give more. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so how do you feel about it, Bree? Just them giving a stack and they all got money.
I'm
Or do
not
you
a
think?
fan. I'm not a fan of publicly announcing when you're doing charitable things. I'd rather, run across you while I'm out there or something like that. I'm not for, you know, doing shit like that. But the fact that they gave something, I think, is good, whether it's $1,000 or $100.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people go to that school and a lot of people graduate from that school or what have you, and a lot of them don't come back to the school and give anything.
Mm-hmm. I ain't
And I
giving nothing
think
to
it's
mine.
yeah, I think it's a good move. Not even a good move. I think that's nice of them, honestly, to go back to the place where they went and graduated from and gave money to them,
and
even if
they
it is $1,000.
and they're supposed to be doing this citywide.
That's nice of them.
So I mean, they're gonna be dropping off a band at every school. And me personally, I don't believe in. I think like, and I agree with everything you said, but I don't believe in giving back uh to schools. You know what I'm saying? High schools, colleges, whatever. Because like in the city, I just don't feel like you know what I'm saying. Especially if you paid to go, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of to me, it's kind of stupid. It's kind of
Who's
needy.
paid to go to school?
No, I'm talking about like if you in a private school or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Even in a private school, you're not paid to go to school.
No, I said paying to go to school.
Oh, you're paying to go to school. Well,
Yeah,
no, you
yeah.
gotta you. The reason it's a good thing is because, I mean, you can look at it many ways, but say for instance this was a really run down school, that $1,000 might have bought a whole new rack of textbooks. Because I know when I went to my school, we didn't have updated textbooks. Our textbooks were old as hell. The pages was ripped out. They had ketchup stains and everything else in them. And a textbook, honestly, because they charge you too much for textbooks off rip, first off. Secondly, $1,000 real shit could get a whole bunch of new paperback textbooks and even some hardcover textbooks, could pay for um salary for a new teacher, new basketballs, new gym equipment. That $1,000 could go to a lot of shit, really. If it's if depending on what, like that could fix one of the roofs, some shit, bathroom, you know. It could do a lot, really. And I think people don't. I think what people end up doing in their head is they think that, oh, if I ain't got 20 racks to give the school, then I ain't gonna give nothing because that look bad on me.
Man,
When it's really like, no, they need it. Give them
look,
what you can give them.
I ain't even look. I'm not even giving them that because not 9 times out of 10, the teachers and the faculty. Because I done seen people give away money to the school and everything else, and I didn't heard, seen some stuff. These people take that money before it even gets to the kids. They take their little piece off the top, and then they give the rest. They get around to it, but they had to use the school's funds to
Yeah,
use to replace the money that they didn't blew and they
yeah,
done put in their daggone pocket. So
that's
they can kick
absolutely true.
they can kick rocks. I'm not giving them nothing. I can become a millionaire tomorrow if
We had,
if I would do something. I would run for mayor or run for superintendent, and I would be like what's my dude name, Morgan Freeman, on Lean on Me, and I would be in every one of these schools, cleaning up these schools. I'll be getting with the kids, trying to find out what we doing here. You know what I'm saying? I go to the Senate, I go to the governor, I go to the mayor of the city, wherever I'm at. I will fight for the kids to get better education, competitive education, and you know what I'm saying. I will run my school just like he did on that movie because that right there is what they should be doing. Half of these daggone teachers off in these schools, man, don't even be caring about nothing. You know what I'm saying? About
Well,
nothing
half
but
the
they self.
teachers, the problem with most teachers, well, not even really a problem. It's teachers aren't paid a lot for what they
Man,
do,
look,
and
I
then a
look,
lot
look,
of
look, look,
them.
look, look. I'm gonna
Wait,
say this real
let
quick.
me come on, man. I'm
Go,
too
go
sick
ahead,
to be
Breezy.
yelling with you.
All right,
I'm too
Breezy. All
sick
right,
to be
Breezy.
yelling with you,
I'm,
man.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, okay. What I'm saying is this, a lot of these teachers aren't paid enough to teach a lot of these kids, and some of these teachers ain't good teachers. That's all.
Man, look, it ain't even about what you call it. It ain't even about that, cause it's just like it's just like being a thug or a gangbanger or a trash man or accountant or whatever you doing. You knew the job description before you took it. You either gonna get the money or you gonna shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel
Yeah,
like
but
my no, I'm just saying because it's like if you're gonna be a teacher, I know people who are becoming teachers and they know they come up out of their pocket because the school don't, you know what I'm saying? The school don't give them enough money to spend on stuff that they need, and I don't want to hear that cop out of it ain't giving them enough. That's just the same thing people say about these police departments. Oh, they ain't paying them enough. So this is why these incidents keep on happening because you get these police officers out there and then you get the person who was dumb enough to try the police officer. They gonna win so they can go outside. That's like we was talking about off air about the police in Florida. It's not the entire police force, but if they pissed off and mad at everybody, you know what I'm saying? They gonna do what they gonna do and take their frustrations out. And it's up to the person who is interacting with them. Because if you nice, like it was a officer, I forget in Washington, was like the dash cam caught her lying on this man. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up letting him go and reprimanding her. It's just, you know what I'm saying? When you pay the people, or you know what I'm saying, if the chief or whoever, because there's some police departments, everybody gets raises, everybody gets, you know what I'm saying, bonuses, everybody gets, whatever, and then it's some of them that they don't do that. It's
well,
about tickets and seeing how many people we can bust
okay.
or
I got a
whatever,
couple
and
points I gotta bring up, but go ahead.
no, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? It's up. There's people out there doing wrong, and I ain't gonna co-sign them doing wrong. But you know what I'm saying? It's the same as far as teachers and law enforcement. And anything that you do, you know what the job is before you take it. So I don't want to hear, oh, it's about the system, or oh, it's about this, that, and third. Because ain't nothing wrong with the system. You choose to be a part of the
There's a
system.
lot wrong with the system.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about as far as you as a person, if you feel that way, you know what I'm saying, then you didn't think it was nothing wrong when you know what I'm saying. They didn't think it was wrong, or they didn't think it was unfair when they took the job. Is what I'm saying, because they thought they was gonna
Well,
be able to do
hold on,
to
hold on, hold
teach it.
on. When a lot of these people take the jobs, they have those rose-colored glasses on. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Yo, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm gonna teach kids. I'm gonna help the inner city youth get out, and I'm gonna explain to them shit." And they do it, and then guess what? The pay don't match up. And then it's like,
Yeah,
I don't really give a shit no more about this. Fuck it,
but that's
whatever.
what I'm
I'm just gonna
saying.
do
But
something
that's but
else.
that's my
And
my
the
point.
and the whole point about the pay is the school tell the state basically what their letter grade is for the school, and based off the letter grade for the school, that determines how much the state will give the school money based off the letter grades. Now, if a school is doing B, C, D ratings or even F ratings in some cases, they're not going to give that school as much money.
I
Now,
understand.
is it the school's fault, the teacher's fault? You could say it is, but then it goes down to, well, look at the environment these kids come from. They typically
Yeah,
don't
but
have
I
respect
ain't
for
gonna say
authority.
look, that's a whole different bag of worms because check this out.
Well, that
It's
all
not about
ties in.
well, hold on. What I'm gonna say is, Breezy, is that it's not necessarily the school's fault. It's the parent. It starts with the parents and it goes all the way. You know what I'm saying? The parents ain't making sure these kids know how to read and write. They're not making
But
sure
what
they
if the
know they
parents
time.
themselves don't know how to read or write?
Well, then they don't need to be having kids.
You can't. Well, I mean, that means people shouldn't be fucking.
Well, I mean, they could do it, but they need to strap up and they need to
Cause
use a
it's
plan B. And
the
they, no, I'm
issue.
saying it ain't no Breeze. I ain't letting them slide.
I know
We
you
gotta
don't want to
put,
let them slide, but we have to
cause
have a.
look,
If we're
cause
gonna have
look,
a conversation, okay.
but I'm saying we came from families that had to grind and do their thing, and we are a testament to what we going on. And I used
I
to,
am an exception to the rule, just as you are.
yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying. But check this out. The kids gotta have it in their head. Okay, do I want to do better? Because at the end of the day, once I ain't gonna, I'm not saying like when you get to about, I ain't saying a kid like a baby, like a, once you get to 13 though, and you start realizing what's going on. Like I done seen so many. Even when I graduated college, like it was a dude, uh, who literally for 2 years or whatever, he literally had came off of doing he was doing a security job for a rapper, and he had a whole bunch of money, but he didn't know what he wanted to do with his life. He didn't know what he wanted to be. And when he came, he made the decision. He had went through so much as a child. His dad wasn't there. He had got hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? And he had went through so much. He was, they was poor, like the whole nine. But he decided one day after going through life, struggling, he said, you know what? I'm gonna just get my education and I'm gonna figure out how to do something, because they told him he wasn't gonna be even able to live. So my thing is, these kids gotta start. If they, I understand the parents gotta teach them, but these kids gotta start to want to inspire and do more. And it's we as this generation, where our previous generations have failed, we gotta start doing stuff and forget the money. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start doing stuff now to set ourselves up and save money and do things, because we got to be there for the next generation of the parents that didn't care, parents that didn't wear protection and they should. Like we just had somebody in St. Louis. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump into this topic. And this is, I ain't put this on the show bill, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? This chick was at the Chuck E. Cheese out in the county, St. Charles County, which is probably the one of the richest areas in all of St. Louis. St. Louis. It's not even St. Louis, it's St. Charles, so it's a whole different city outside, right outside of St. Louis. This chick was so ticked off at her baby dad, her ex husband and baby daddy, whoever. She called her boyfriend to come to the Chuck E. Cheese and blow him off the map, because she was upset because he wanted to get custody of her. Then this is where it gets even worse. He's 40 years old and she's 20. The baby is 1 years old. What the hell are we doing here, Bree? What are we really doing? Nobody, like I said with the Kevin Gates situation, nobody in her family said, you know, you too old, you too young to be messing with her. Nobody in his family said you too old. You should know. He should know better than mess with some young chick. She looked, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't even gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? But the point, it ain't about all of that. The fact is, she told her 1 year old daughter, say goodbye to your daddy because he gonna die tonight. And this dude came into the Chuck E. Cheese, not fighting. He just came in, pulled his pistol or whatever he had out, and clapped him on the spot. I don't know if he lived or died, but he got clapped on the spot. On the spot. So, and then everybody got to run up out of the Chuck E. Cheese, and this man bleeding in front of daggone the Chucky man, the man in the Chucky suit, and this dude just dumping off in the Chuck E. Cheese, and this dude had no consideration. He was just, this is his new chick. He gonna show her how much of a man he is by blowing her old man off. So Yeah, it's deeper problems, but like I said, I always say, Breezy, I don't. The problem is the problem, or the system is the system, or whatever it is. But we have to decide, or in ourselves, that we are going to change and make sacrifices. Because we can sit here all day and say, okay, this happened, this is messed up, whatever. But we can stand up and say, you know what, enough is enough, and we gonna make the change within ourselves. We can't do it for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But we can do it within ourselves. And if enough people was to do that, and then like I say, Migos, I like Migos music, but it ain't nothing that kids should be listening to. These was dudes that was out there at 15, 16, 17 years old, selling crack, robbing people, at gunpoint, serving dope. Not, and I'm not ragging on them because, like I say, they turned nothing in the sun. Like we was just talking about 2 Chainz, and I'm proud of them for that. You know what I'm saying? But these kids is getting raised off of Migos, as whereas we was growing up hearing UGK, G Unit, Nelly and the Saint Lunatics, and we had parents, fortunately, that said, "Hey, this is reality. That right there is entertainment." But a lot of kids go to school. That's who that's raising them. Mama don't care. Daddy ain't in the picture, or mama won't let daddy in the picture, or vice versa. And we had these things that go on, Breezy, and it just goes over and over. And that's why I feel like they need this. If anything, if I was the Migos, I would be paying out of my pocket, or if I was Coach K or whoever else is they manager, I'd be paying out of my pocket to have sex education being taught in schools, religious,
But that goes down a whole different road of
no, I'm just
thought.
saying, me, if I even if I had the money, I would be doing it because I feel like kids need to know as soon as these kids start coming into puberty and their body start changing and stuff start happening with them, and they start catching feelings for these little girls, and they get the, you know what I'm saying, mama got the TV on, got all the cable channels, she probably taking it from next door, and then little Tommy, little Debbie flip the channel and she see you know what I'm saying, she looking at the video and she looking at, old girl twerking, you know what I'm saying, twerk team twerking, you know what I'm saying, and then old boy see, oh, he talking about dope, he talking about this, that, and third. I'm gonna go give me some dope. I'm gonna go give me some guns. I'm gonna go give me some crack. I'm gonna go give me some other broads to pimp out. Then they flip the channel again. They see the man playing the chick. Then they flip the channel again. They flip it on the wrong channel. It's a porno. So now they whole mind is messed up and warped because they at a young age they done seen this stuff, and then they want to desperately go out because that's what everybody else is doing and seeing, and that's the problem. Nobody is saying, okay, the parents, they need to make laws to have these parents uh teach their kids how to read and write. If they don't know how to
You don't
read and
need to
write,
make that a law. You need to have
no,
teachers capable of doing it.
no. They need to
'Cause
make
that's
it
the
a
point
law.
of school is to educate.
Okay, well, they need to make it a law that
It
everybody.
is a law. It's
Okay,
already a law. It's the
no,
problem is we have poor
I'm talking about
education.
punishable by jail time.
They already have that.
Okay, no, but they need to. Hey,
They do enforce
I
that.
look. I feel like, Breezy. If I was a politician, I'd be a cold-blooded politician because I would be in. Like I said, I would be the person to say,
You would probably not be in office for long.
well, hey, at least I'd be off in there. But I'll be the person to say, hey, we need to raise this money, pay these teachers, pay these policemen, because that's what it's gonna take. Then we need to make
They
the
are
whole.
already paying them. They're not being paid enough. And
Okay,
most of them have
that's what I'm
terrible
saying.
training.
That's what I'm saying. We need to
But you
have.
can't say, like what you said earlier about there ain't a problem with the system, is people need to do better when the system itself is the
No,
problem.
it ain't. Isn't the system ain't the problem,
The
Breezy? It's the
system
people.
is the problem.
Okay, well then the people need to, like I say, once they make a decision, they have to make a decision to do better or to work
I
the
agree.
system
They
in
do
their
need to make a
favor.
decision to do better. They do need to make a decision to get themselves out of impoverished situations. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge that if you have a father who's trying to make ends meet and put food on the table and he's working three jobs, he don't have time to come home and teach little Timmy how to read the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. So it's the school's job to step in at that point and teach him how to read Hungry Hungry Caterpillar.
Okay, but
And
I'm saying,
imagine it like this. Imagine if that father, instead of working three jobs full time, he had to work one job and he was making $24 an hour now. So he didn't have to work two extra jobs. Then he would have time to explain to Timmy
Breezy.
all that other shit.
Okay, but this is my thing right here, Breezy, is you know what I'm saying? This is my thing. If the father would have not had them kids until he was financially stable, this is why I stress safe sex. Like I tell people, my homeboy got a song called Safe
And
Sex. Like I said, but I'm saying because if you know your situation is jacked up and your chick, you dealing with a chick, right? And she ain't on birth control. She ain't, you ain't using no rubbers. You ain't using no
even if you
spermicide.
are using a rubber is not 100% effective
Oh,
for
I
preventing
said that's why I
pregnancy.
said. Oh, that's why I said she gotta have birth control. She gotta be on that pill. She gotta have that shot, or she gotta get that thing that the implant in her arm. You gotta go get you some spermicide or whatever. So if you do, you know what I'm saying, if the rubber do break, you still got another thing on top of the rubber. You know what I'm saying? This is what they ain't telling these folks out here, Breezy. Let me finish.
Even if they
Let my,
tell people about safe sex, if the income he made was offset, if the income
hold
he
up.
made was
But
better,
Breezy,
then he would have the time.
yeah, but I'm saying get to that level. We try to you know what I'm saying? We in our society, especially black folks, we try to put the cart before the horse. We should try to get ourselves as financially stable as possible before we run around here having kids. We can't put the blame entirely on the system when we can't control ourselves. I ain't gonna sit up here and blame the system when the system ain't go
The
out
system
and
is not
say,
100% to blame. I don't think you'll
oh,
find a
but
person who
no,
blame the system
but
entirely.
I'm saying you still got to, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to these kids, you still have the choice to lay down with a woman or ladies lay down with a man
Absolutely.
unprotected. And that's what's the problem is. If people
All
would
right,
just
and you say,
they was
wait,
teaching,
let
hold
me
on,
give you a
Breezy.
counter. Because if you say don't have kids until you financially stable, how can you ever be financially stable only making $7.98 on three jobs full
Okay,
time?
okay, well then that's my point. The next point I'm saying, you got to like me. I was working at McDonald's, and you know what I said? I'm out of here. I'm looking for something else, and I kept
You are
looking
the
and
exception to
looking.
the rule.
No, but it ain't about being an exception.
That
You
is
got
the
to get
exception.
out
It's
here
all
and
about
grind.
exceptions.
No, look, Breeze, look. I had a friend of mine who
A friend
was
of yours is another exception to the rule.
okay, but let me explain. Let me tell this story though. He was unemployed for I don't know how many years, and every time I see him, he was out. He was looking for a job. He was hitting the streets. He was going to the library, putting in application. He only got a he only well. I ain't gonna put this whole business out there, but he was out here looking, looking, looking. He was going way out into St. Charles's and the Chesterfields and all these other places on the bus looking for a job. Look, he was going to Six Flags, taking the bus way out to Six Flags, fill out an application, then take another bus way over to Chesterfield, way downtown. Like he was doing it every day. Every day, I would see him with a stack of applications, and then when they went online, I would see him at the library doing the application. And after he did that, he would chill or whatever. Then he would go, you know what I'm saying, do handle his other business. You know what I'm saying, and he was always reading something. He was always educating himself. You know what I'm saying? He was being him sitting, joking, laugh about comic books, and he got a job. So I'm saying it ain't gonna happen like lickety split. And that's what the problem that everybody think that, oh, once they make a decision like this podcast, we got to get out here and grind. We competing against all these different people, Breezy. For they listening, they time and they you know what I'm saying, and they focus and they energy, and you know what I'm saying. We competitive, but we work with everybody. That's the other thing. That's why I stress
I don't think
strong.
it's people not wanting to work for some, because nobody really likes a handout, but there are the few that do.
Okay,
It's
but
more
check this
so
out.
these
It's too many.
opportunities that presented
Okay,
themselves to myself and yourself and the friend that you mentioned aren't exactly explained to everybody in plain text.
okay, but I'm saying it's just it ain't about it being explained or
It
you
is
got to
about
want.
being
No,
explained.
but you got to go and want. I messed up so many
It's
times.
more than just
You know what I'm
wanting to
saying?
want some shit. Listen, it's more than just wanting to go and want some shit. When I was growing up, just like you were growing up, there was only five ways out the hood: sports, you play sports, sold drugs, get shot, went to jail, or worked three and four or five jobs. Nobody said to me, yo, little black boy, you can learn how to program on computers and make video games. I had to go in the library and look for that knowledge. I had to want that. I had to find that. You know what I mean? And it was mainly because all the fucking kids gave me shit all the time for my Game Boy, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go sit in the corner for a bit, play on my Game Boy. And it was thanks to my assistant principal being there 24/7 actually, pulling me to the side and saying, yo, you can do this, and him bringing me material and shit to do homework on and saying, look, you can do computers and stuff. If he was not there for me, I may not be here having this conversation with you. I might be slinging dope right now. So it
Yeah.
absolutely is a part of having it explained to people, whether it's in school or out of school, that there are other opportunities there and then presenting them to you. And that is what our conversation is about
Okay, but
regarding
then
the
okay.
system. If the system doesn't explicitly let you know, or if people don't explicitly let you know there's another option other than Instagram, real TV, MTV Jams, sports, movies, whatever, you're not going to actually know they're there. Because think about it. How many, we all have to study the core sciences: history, math, science, physics, right? How many people are going to be astrophysicists right now? How many people are going to be historians right now? How many people are going to be science majors right now? Not a fucking lot, even though those are major fields that pay really fucking well. That is not something that is expressed right now, and it's something you study every day to make it to the next grade.
Yeah, I
Think
mean,
about that.
I mean, and then hold on, but I'm saying it's got it's got to be within the person to want to do that, or they
And
gotta
it has
have
to be
they.
shown to them.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily
It
because
has to, you listen, it has to be shown. You don't know. Listen, if I told you, listen, I'll give you an example. You ever been to Florida?
a couple times, not
All
in
right,
Florida,
real
Florida.
shit.
I've been
Have
to
you ever been, okay, before you been to Florida,
uh,
did you know what a palm tree looked like?
I didn't see pictures of it, but I didn't
Okay, now
see
what if you never saw pictures of that palm tree and I
you
told you
you
what it looked
wouldn't
like? You
you
wouldn't have no idea what the fuck I'm
yeah
talking about.
yeah, but I'm
And
saying
I would have to show you a picture of that palm tree, right?
yeah,
Which
I
is
get
which is laying it in front of you, right?
yeah, breathe. I get that, but I'm saying
Okay, then,
some
so you
people.
cannot
But check this
say
out. But check this out. It's some people like they was knocking you for their Game Boy. That was because 9 times out of 10, if folks did knock you for something, they didn't have it, and they knew
that's
about it.
listen. That's besides the point. I don't
No,
care
no,
about
no.
that.
Whoa,
But
we ain't
why I
no,
mentioned
I'm gonna
that,
let you
why
run
I
away from it,
mentioned
breathe.
it,
I'm gonna let breathe. I ain't gonna let you run away from that. So let's analyze the people
that
who
has
really
nothing to
struggle.
do with my point.
Oh no,
My
but it
point
does.
is,
It
my
does
point is,
because you were different, and people notice when people are trying to be different. Like I'm explaining to you. Yeah, yeah,
Jeezy, you're
certain.
getting away from the main conversation and the main point, and this is something you do all the time. I
Okay.
mentioned the Game Boy, so you can see here was something. It was just a gaming device to me. It was just entertainment, the same way a basketball is just entertainment. I had no idea there was a profession
Profession.
until someone came to me and said there is a profession
Profession.
for this.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm
that's
not
what I said.
mentioning it because I was different. I'm mentioning it because here was something I never considered as a way out.
Ouch.
And
And
someone
now
told me
here it is.
it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that people aren't shown stuff and you know what I'm
Most
saying?
aren't.
Okay, but check this out. Even if they, okay, I'm saying, even if they didn't, that situation of them selling crack, selling dope, whatever, it after a while, and that's why a lot of folks turn to rapping or whatever to get out, or basketball or whatever to get out, because not because they were shown that, it's because
It's
they
the
were
only thing
doing
they see.
well. Okay, well that too, but I'm just saying it's still got to be within people to
Absolutely.
want to do better. That's you getting away from
Absolutely.
the point that I'm making. It ain't about being shown about doing something because you can. I know people
It
put work in
is.
side.
It
I mean, okay,
is. It absolutely is.
I disagree because at the same at some point in
Even if you
time,
have your father working 4 to 5 jobs, what
no,
he's
I'm not.
instilling in you is hard work. He's showing you that hard work pays off.
Yeah, I got
That's
that,
what he's
but
showing you. He's saying
okay,
you need to work hard to make ends meet. The same way the drug dealer on the end of the corner is like, yo, you can work 4 or 5 jobs like your pops, or you can sell these two crack walks and make $500 in like 15 minutes. It's their decision to decide to do better.
okay, but that's
But
my point.
ultimately,
That's
all of
my
it's being
whole.
presented.
Okay, but my whole point of this is, Breezy, is that people still have to make the choice to do good or to do wrong.
Hmm. Nobody's
That's
denying
all I'm
that.
making the point to say. That's all I'm saying. So even if like you see people working on the straight, because I know people who would present a whole bunch of stuff, but they want to be ratchet. They want to
That's
be
on
ratchet.
them.
They want to be hood. They want to sell drugs. They want to be thugs. They want to do all these things, and they know good and well that ain't the right thing to do. They know it ain't. You know what I'm saying? They know it ain't what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. My point I'm trying to get you to understand is I ain't having no like you people know. It's some people that know better. They know of different things. They just choose, and that's the problem. It's not necessarily the kids that don't know because they being led by the people who do know, who can could do right, who know what they doing is wrong and they've been doing the same thing. It's just like it's the definition of insanity. It's they've been doing the same stuff for the same pay, for the same whatever. And some people are content with that. I'm not gonna sit up here and say people there's some people that ain't that's cool with working a little, you working at UPS or McDonald's or working at CNA or whatever and not making a whole bunch of money. But it's some other folks that ain't gonna be cool with that and that's gonna do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get out here and work like we do.
And the people we keep talking about, these people who are selling the drugs, who are gang banging, who are not listening, these people who are not listening and whatnot, they themselves are also a minority. A majority of the people that me and you are talking about that we want to see strive and work hard are the ones where the opportunities are presenting themselves and they're forced to work 3 and 4 jobs and barely make ends meet. If they could make $10 an hour, which has already been put out, where they did a study and they found that if people could make $10.10 an hour, it would free up around $1,000 to $2,000 for them to spend on whatever else they want to spend, invest in themselves, invest in whatever else they need to invest in. Because think about it, if you were say 16 working, right, and you were making $20 an hour full time, 2 week type paycheck shit. That's a lot of money for you. You can get a car before long. You can put yourself through college before long. But you can't do that making $6 an hour. You can't do it. It's just there's no way for you to come out of that. And then
And
you
I
add
see
another
that.
job and it's even harder. Then you add a third job, it's even harder. Then you try to put yourself through college too. Then it becomes like, whoa, now you're super stressed out. It can be a lot easier than it is for people to get up out of the shitty situation. You're gonna get those crazy people like the dude you mentioned at the Chuck E. Cheese. It's crazy motherfuckers. This is the point. It's crazy motherfuckers out there. Crazy motherfuckers are gonna be crazy motherfuckers. You can't stop crazy motherfuckers. So, you know what I mean? But we have to because that's what I think it really comes down to is not only do we have to say, look, other opportunities out there and present them to people and have fashion designers tour the country, tour the schools and whatnot and everything else because we wear clothes every fucking day. Have people who produce music come through the schools every other fucking day, whatever. Maybe let them write that off on their taxes or some shit as charity work so they can get a kickback from it, whatever. But we have to show them that selling the drugs does not have to be the way out. Selling the drugs, having that gang banger lifestyle does not have to be for you. And here's a profession that you can do right now that you might enjoy. And that's what's important is showing them, just
Mm-hmm.
letting them see it and letting them decide to do what they want to do. And I feel like a lot of people don't see the amount of opportunities there in front of them Because think about it. You walk on concrete every day. You walk on grass every day. You go to the grocery store every day. So that's construction. That's landscaping. You got dudes running farms, putting chickens and fucking cows and shit. Look, a fucking plethora of professions out there, but none of them are really taught. Really, none of them are really explained that they exist in school or on TV. Because why? People wouldn't find them that interesting. Like the best show I think that ever came out in the last 10 years, showcasing all of this shit, was Dirty Jobs with Micro. Because you have this dude traveling across the country showing people the many types of professions that you can have. Like, I didn't even know there was a profession for just shredding paper. And that dude was making 12 bucks an hour shredding fucking paper all day long.
What?
Exactly. He just shredded paper all damn day long. You made $12 an hour just shredding paper. He's like, yeah, just get the paper and shred the paper. That's pretty much it. You gotta watch out for like fucking, staples and stuff every now and again, but that's all I do. And it's like, what? That's all you do, son? Like, really? So that's all I'm saying. But me and you, we both agree and whatnot. I would say a majority of people feel the same way you do and believe the same shit that you do, AJ. It's just I just wish they had more help. You know what I mean? A little bit more help, a little bit easier on them, because then it'll bolster them and put that fire in their belly to really go out for it. You know
Well, I mean, but then you got to worry about the ones taking what you call them taking.
what?
But anyway, we didn't beat
Taking wait what? Why didn't hear that last part?
taking advantage. There's some people you give a handout to, they ain't gonna I like let's
Well,
go ahead and get it in this.
it's not really the handout. I'm saying, well, I mean, you do got those people who are on welfare who are like just having kids to have kids to get those big welfare checks and whatnot. Like, you do have those people, but if you could make, say, like, for instance, like, them welfare checks ain't that big. You know what I mean? They're only like $600-700, most of them. But if you say could make, again, breakdown, $20 an hour, right? 2 times a week at the end of the year, come next year, file your taxes and get 3 grand back from the government. Yo, why would you want to be on welfare unless you're a lazy fuck? And then at that point, you don't matter. I feel like you're just a lazy fuck, whatever. Because last time I checked, and from what I have seen personally, dealing with most of my family being in that type of situation, they don't like it. They don't like it themselves. They don't like having to ask for a handout. And I'm sure there's people out there that do, but from what I can tell, people got pride and they want to be like, yo, I did this on my own. I bust my ass. I worked 9 to 5. I got out the hood to do this, and hooray, But
Hey,
yeah,
we was F a food. I was told to say F a food stamp. So
yeah, like for real, my family the same way. It's like, yo, if you want something, you go for it. Even if you gotta be homeless, you go for it. Like they serious about it.
hey,
They give me shit for it, but they serious about it.
um, so okay, we're gonna go on to our next topic. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of that's something real. That's what these other podcasts out there, they suckers. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna sit up here and talk to y'all the real talk that we do on the Beats of this podcast. We laugh, we joke, we talk about what's going on in the current events. But you know what I'm saying? We gonna always talk about the realness. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see more stuff from me, talking about what's going on out here in the future. So we gonna move on, man. Star Wars Battle Pod. Uh, they coming out with this new isometric cabinet. It's a huge cabinet. It's got rumble. It's got sound. It's got it's like inside of a Tie Fighter, inside of an X-wing, and you're gonna be surrounded by this screen, sort of like the I know you've seen the Gundam ones up in Japan. They work with I forget who they work with on this cabinet. LucasArts people, but they actually got some of the LucasArts guys and some of the people from I think it was either Sega or I forget who the company was, but it's rolling out. It's in select arcades everywhere. Dave and Buster's, y'all need to get this because if y'all are, I will come out there and I will come and spend money with y'all and eat y'all chicken tenders and get me a Corona with some grenadine cold up in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Breezy, how you feel about them making this cabinet?
I think that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I just think it's pretty cool. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
mean,
it.
I like. To be honest, they had the one, the big one with the big old screen and the I forget what the name of that was. Star Wars, I think it was Star Wars Classics. Then they had the one before that was the original, and I actually got to play in one because they had a thing. Shout out to my auntie, rest in peace, Auntie Killzown. In Philly at the Science Museum, they had an old school arcade tour, and they started it there in Chicago. It's still going on today, where they have all the old school games and stuff. You got to pay like $10 to $15 to go in there and play whatever you want to. So we went in there, we was playing pinball and stuff. So I go in the Star Wars cabinet with the old school, 3D vector graphics. Man, that was cold blooded. And me and my cousins actually won. One year we went to that thing. We actually had won. We beat the game and started it over. So yeah, I want to just honestly want to hear what Dice is doing with Battlefront. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying. You know how people's waiting on that for that. Sorry for the wait too mixtape. I'm waiting on that Star Wars Battlefront. And when we get on there, we're gonna have. I know we're gonna have the Skill Clan. John is gonna be heading that up. We're gonna have the Beatz N Bitz Podcast clan. So y'all can jump on there with us. I don't know, Breezy might be on PC, but I
Yeah,
know I'm gonna be on one of the consoles and maybe and PC because I love Battlefront on the PS2 and the Xbox. Man, we played Battlefront for hours because if you set it up, you know what I'm saying, Breezy, to
yeah,
where it was like we was going back and forth. Like me and my cousins, I would be on the top screen, they would be, you know what I'm saying. Oh, we had no, we changed the orientation because we got tired of playing like top and bottom where people can screen jot. So we split the TV in half vertical, and we played it like that. I think you could do that. I think so. We played it, and I had, you know what I'm saying. I figured out how to get Jedi to come out, so I was getting Darth Vader and Yoda and everybody that come out and come in and just break everybody early on in the battle. And then I had my teams and everything. And then Dice, they go big and go home. You know what I'm saying? They've been messing up a little bit, but I still, you know what I'm saying. Minus a few situations, I still have faith in what Dice is going. You know what I'm saying? Gonna do. I
yeah,
think they need to do better with their public image and what they got going on. Uh, Given the fact we got Hardline coming out. Now, Battlefield Hardline look dope. Now, if they knock Battlefield Hardline out the park, then we know they're gonna knock out that Battlefront. And they got a whole dedicated team of people who work uh, from the original Battlefront team. They got people that was on Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, those teams. They got people from LucasArts. They got people, you know what I'm saying? They got people from everywhere to work on this game. And I feel like if it's as big as we saw at E3 last year, then you know what I'm saying, I'd be happy. Well, not last year, the year before last when they announced it. You know what I'm saying? I think that it'll be a dope game. But Battle Pod, I think right now is what people need, and I think that as far as getting that immersive experience as we get closer and closer to the next Star Wars is coming out. So yeah, my next topic, I think we ran through most of the topics,
yeah. We
Breezy.
kind of did.
Yeah, we got through all of them. If y'all didn't know, Pokemon, you can get your free, Pokemon, three legendary Pokemon is Sprively, and I forget the fire Pokemon name in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire right now. If you put in Pokemon 497, there's Pokemon 497 and Pokemon 500. Like I said, Pokemon 500, you'll be able to get these legendary Pokemon. I think they was from Black and White. Maybe I don't know. I haven't been. I just got back to playing Pokemon for Omega Ruby. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go back and play all the other ones and then figure out who got a DS, who got a Game Boy. And, you know what I'm saying? So I can get my Pokemon game back. You know what I'm saying? To where it needs to be. So I'm gonna be working. That's gonna be my next little project. Catch them all again. So you know. Uh, I'm trying. And then the other thing is too to get to New York so I can go to the get Pokemon. You know, go to the Pokemon Center in the New York Nintendo building. I'm gonna have all the Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? If they charging now, because I heard it was supposed to be you supposed to go in there, you put your cart in there, and then you know what I'm saying you can download whatever Pokemon you want. I don't know if it's a limit or if they charge or whatever. We have to find that out. But if you want your free Pokemon, Pokemon 497, Pokemon 500. Um, Shout out to everybody that's been visiting Real Game News. Shout out to everybody who approved our article for N4G. We did it this week. We got to the front page and the top article, the hottest article of that day this week. Shout out to John. Shout out to uh, uh, Jermaine. Shout out to my whole Real Game News family, squad, team, force. You know what I'm saying? Set everybody over there. Shout out to STL Hip Hop. Shout out to the Geek Me Podcast. Shout out to Geek Essentials, Tech Rev, and them. Uh, who else I'm gonna shout out? Man, who else? Shout out to the Midwest Monstars. Y'all can check out their Killzown interviews. Check out my homeboy Midwest Hayes of the Midwest Monstars. His album Late But On Time is coming out. Shout out to Delmore Records, Tefpo, uh, Tech Supreme, uh, Jay Stretch over there, T Dub, Indiana Rome, Legend Camp, all of them. They just celebrated they label launch party. They recently started the label this year. I mean, well, late last year I think, and they got it together and they founded it last year and they got the artist signed this year. So shout out to them. Hold on. Before we go, Breezy, we gotta address somebody. I'm gonna make somebody. We gonna make somebody famous. You know what I'm saying? Joseph on deck. I've been trying to get this dude on the pod, on the Killzone interview, but I'm gonna go ahead on and just say it, man. To you and all these other artists, man, get your business together. I ain't gonna go into all. I ain't gonna be like a female or whatever, and I'll put them on blast. But a lot of y'all artists, especially y'all hip hop artists, and I'm saying this, you know what I'm saying, out of love of the culture and love of what we're going. And we got people like shout out to Mega Ran for being on Killzone interview. We got people out there that's really putting in work and being professional. And you know, you gotta be prepared, man. You gotta spend money. You can't spend all your money up on loud, on lean, on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Or no broad. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, don't spend all your money on no man. You gotta spend money on yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. Like if you ain't got nothing from this podcast, you gotta believe in yourself, man. You gotta believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't gotta make no apology or whatever. Um, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to go up on me to go up on little homie like that. But you know what I'm saying? You know, get your business together. Get your if you can't, you know, you gotta get your grind on. If you really talking about rapping, if you really talking about being in this music industry, you gotta get your money up because otherwise you get signed to these labels and they play you and they take all your money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, especially Joshua gotta, you know, a whole you go visit his YouTube and visit his Facebook group of Time World. You got a whole group of fan base behind you. Don't let that go to waste, man. Don't let them people down. You know what I'm saying? If you falling on hard times, or you know what I'm saying, you take a break, you get your business together, and you come back even stronger than you work. But you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? If somebody want to interview you, if somebody want to speak to you, man, you gotta have your stuff together, man. You know what I'm saying? It not just don't go just for him, but that's part of the reason why I ain't been in the rap game is because I took a break from it to do what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? To one to speak on some real stuff because that's what it's about. It ain't necessarily it is about the money, but at the same time, people appreciate you more when you real. You know what I'm saying? When you agree that Breeze,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just saying, like, if you read, like, we don't listen to people that we feel like is fake and phony, or we don't buy games, or we don't support people that fake and phony. If they fake and phony and baloney, we don't want nothing to do with them. So, you know, I'm just keeping it 100. Get your business straight, do your thing. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Get your business together and do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do and get your stuff off the ground. And one more shout out, and then I'm gonna let Breezy talk because I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna run my mouth for another 15, 20 minutes. Uh, yeah, man. To y'all, bras on Facebook sending me Facebook requests for Candy Crush and all these games. I do not play on mobile games like that because half of y'all be cheating and buying up all the daggone power ups and doing all this stuff. And I ain't gonna sit up here and be like everybody else and say go play a real game because you are gamers, even though you play on your cell phone. But you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to buy DLC no more after the conversations we was having the other day, Breezy. It's kind of like, yo, if it ain't substantial content, I ain't paying a buck. You know what I'm saying? Uh, for this DLC and this content. And oh, while we on the subject, Breezy, we got one more topic. We got one more topic. I almost forgot. It appears that Sega is downsizing, and there's a rumor going out there that they are going to go all digital. They will no longer be releasing physical media.
So what now?
They're downsizing and they're moving to I think they're moving to Southern California.
Who?
I think Sega.
Sega.
Yeah, Sega.
Why the fuck?
I
If
ain't
that? Oh my god, that's
let
stupid.
me pull it up. Let me put it up. You know what I'm saying? I love
They're
Sega.
down-
Sega
the
of
Sega-
America
Yeah.
relocates to Southern California. Okay,
But are
this
they
is the press.
downsizing as well, or are they just moving to Southern California?
Okay, let's see here. This is from businesswire.com. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should go check this out. It's the top. It's y'all search for it. Okay, San Francisco Business Wire, Sega of America, the North America operations of one of the world's leading interactive entertainment companies today, announces its move from San Francisco to Southern California amid a downsizing of the business that will begin January 2015. The early summer, this announcement was made today by Sega of America President and COO John Chain. This move is crucial to keep Sega operations move forward to North America and provide millions of fans a strong pipeline of content across gaming, TV, merchandise, and more. We are confident by relocating to Southern California, be able to thrive, grow, and become a stronger company because of it. Relocation packages are being offered to a number of employees, but there are positive position reduced from the company to streamline operations. The total number of employees affected in this move will be realized after the company completes the transition in a complete transition is finalized early summer. Chain added, we are sad to say goodbye to some of the best people in the business and are indebted to them for their hard work and dedication through years. Sega game release schedule has not been affected by this move. Sonic Boom television series currently airing on Cartoon
Sonic
Network
Boom.
will continue this run through 2015. Now, Sonic Boom, the TV show, alright, it's a kind of it's a gumbo of the originals, the series thugged out. People getting knocked off Sonic from the early '90s. It's got a little bit of Sonic, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog in it, and it's got some Sonic Adventure on there with some Sonic X Tank on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's a good little show. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the best show of the whole wide world, but neither was either any of the Sonic shows. But we enjoyed them because they were entertainment, and especially when Jaleel White was on there. I think they should bring Jaleel White back as the voice of Sonic, because when I think of Sonic and hear him speak, I'm thinking of Jaleel White, not the dude that they have had on the show for 1,001 years. You know what I'm saying? Jaleel made Sonic memorable because you know what I'm saying. It made up a lot of his slang and the stuff that you see in the comics right now. It was all because of Jaleel White. If you don't know who Jaleel White is, then you need to go watch Family Matters, and then look at the dude with the glasses and the hat and with the ukulele. No, no, not with the ukulele, with the accordion. You know what I'm saying? And then you need to report back to the Beatz N Bitz Podcast if you failing right now. But anyway, uh, what was I finna say? Yeah, man. How you feel about this, Breezy? Do you feel like
I think it's stupid if they're gonna say they're downsizing but moving to California because California is one of the most expensive places to have a business.
no? They're
Then
already
it,
in San Francisco. They're moving to Southern California.
oh,
They got
well,
they
okay,
got
then
to
that's a
pack.
good business move then. I think
They
because
got to
Southern
pack. They
California
got
is
to pack.
cheaper.
They got to pack Breezy to you know what I'm saying, to move. they offers. Now, my whole beef with this is that Sonic Booms in both of them games terrible. They need to flush them down the toilet. No,
Most
set
of
them
the
on
Sonic
fire.
games are shit.
No, but I don't understand. Like, and Jim Sterling has said this in his podcast or whatever, Jim Position. They switch up the formula all the time, whereas Mario stays the same. I don't know why they try to.
The problem with Sonic is Sonic in the first place never had a good formula. Because with Sonic, the principle of the game is you gotta go fast.
Hmm.
And it's a side scroller, so you going fast sideways often puts you in situations where you wouldn't see what was coming until it got there, and then by that time it was too late for you to react, you got hit, you lost rings. The principle of Sonic has always been fucked. Now, if there was somebody who went back in and redid Sonic in a way that lets you keep track of shit and what you were
Yeah,
doing,
that's what they
that
do
would work,
now.
but see, that's
But
the
that's what they
problem.
but that's what they did now with Sonic 4, where Sonic has some of his abilities where they give a little leeway on the screen, or with Sonic Generations where they had Sonic Event. Like if they did what Sonic Adventures 1 and 2 did, which is arguably like Sonic Generations and Sonic Adventures are pretty much the only three games that are heralded by Sonic fans. There was some people that hated it, but by and large, and from the units that they shipped and they sold, everybody loves Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and I feel like with Sonic Adventure, I think they tried to get away from doing the same thing because they saw it looked over at Nintendo and they kept trying to emulate them. And I feel like when you look at the competition for too long, it's cool to have competition, but if you keep looking at them and holding yourself over what they doing, you're not gonna reach your full potential. And they keep on trying to switch up Sonic 15, 11 times every year. He got a new thing, and and they riding off of okay, kids are still gonna buy this. They're not going to know the difference because of kids. But Sonic was made, was made for not just kids, but it was made. You know what I'm saying? The way that they Sega market them, and I read it in that Console Wars book. Y'all need to go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all can wait for the movie that Seth Rogen's making. Um, Either one. But the way that they was marketing Sega in the beginning, they was marketing to everybody, and that's how Sonic was able to branch out and take over because he had enough attitude. He was different than Mario. He wasn't just for the kids. I'm not saying go full on Shadow the Hedgehog and make a T-rated game with a daggone hedgehog with a shotgun and a Uzi and a M80. You know what I'm saying? But keep Sonic. That's why I say you need to bring Jaleel White back because the dude that they got, no disrespect to him, he ain't got no swag. And I don't even like saying swag. He ain't got no flavor. He ain't got no he has no edge
He
to
don't
him.
got no bop when he walk. He too straight cut.
Exactly. It's like when I think of Sonic,
Sonic,
why
oh, God man, I think the idea of Sonic is cool, but in terms of for gameplay, no.
no, but see, Breezy, you was a Nintendo head, so you know what I'm saying.
I'm not a
You,
Nintendo head. I don't care. I play games. That's pretty much it. I don't. If it's a game has issues, I say it has issues. I don't sugarcoat it.
well, no,
Like I
I'm
like
saying, but
Sonic, but
That's what I like about Sonic because it took the formula of Mario and it made it even more urgent. Like it made it so that you know what I'm saying. It made you want to get through the game. It made you want to go through the game and then go through the game again because you would try to beat your fast time with Mario. You only had 3 minutes to get through the level, and if you didn't get through there, oh well, you died. And then certain levels of Mario was so hard that like it was only a couple Mario games I could say I had beaten. You know what I'm saying? With Sonic,
yeah,
I went back and almost had beaten Sonic 4. I had beaten Sonic Adventure. I'm trying to beat Sonic Generations now. Like Sonic 1 and 2, Sonic 3, me and my cousins had beat on like one, on the same thing. We kept the console on and everything. Me and my cousin, I saw my cousin beat it, and I turned around. I got to the end and died, but it was the point of what I'm making is Breezy. It brought competition to the table. And what Sega has been doing with the Sonic franchise
I don't know.
is, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying because they tried to be like Mario because they looked over Nintendo. Okay, they looked at Super
I
Mario
think they
Sunshine.
tried in the sense of a mascot.
No, 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 no. They it's not even the mascot because the mascot part worked when they had that quarter spot. like you said, Sonic was about speed. So it's about getting through that level and then going back and trying to beat the same score.
Yeah,
Like,
but in terms of gameplay and the way the Sonic games are made, it's not a good combination. Cause you're not letting the player prepare themselves for shit they're about to hit. Like you want to know a good game that has speed and preparing the player. What's that one game? Oh, fuck, I blanked on the name just now. But anyway, you're basically running and you're jumping in through buildings and sliding over
Mirror's
tables.
Edge,
No, not Mirror's Edge. It's a side-scrolling flash game, and it's like an infinite runner. Basically, it's just how far can you run from left to
Maze
right.
Run.
It
No,
might
no,
be
no,
me.
not Temple Run. Temple Run.
Hold on, let me see.
Temple Run, right?
I don't know, cause it was a flash game.
Well, okay, but my point. I mean, but I
No, it's
like
not Temple Runner.
it's what
Hold on, cause it's a really fun game.
it's a flash game, Breeze. It's a main
Yeah,
game.
it's a flash game, and it's a big flash game. Um, big flash game. Everyone fucking loves it. Oh God, what was it called?
And
Was it like it was huge, dude? It was huge. Everyone loved it. It was the Flappy Bird before Flappy Bird.
it was Temple Run, wasn't it?
It was not Temple Runner.
Okay, then what was it then, Breeze? Because
I'm looking it up. Shit,
I
hold on. Fuck, man. Oh my God, what was it then? I'm looking the shit up.
hey, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you gotta be quick with it, Breeze. We can't have no dead air on this podcast, man. We
Cannonball?
already.
I think it was called Cannonball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember Cannonball? You run left to right. It had like the woo style of
Yeah,
like the birds flying in the air.
yeah.
That is done right because it puts the camera far enough ahead so you can see what's about to come and you can like prepare to jump or slide or whatever. Where is it? Where's the video of this game? I think it was Cannonball because this damn article just said it was. Oh my God, internet.
Yeah, I mean, it's all to the good. But anyway, uh, Sega, please, please stop switching up Sonic. Make Sonic Generations 2, finish Sonic 4, because that's what the real fans want to see. We don't want to. That's why y'all not, winning because of that. And then bring the games over here from Japan and put them on the digital, put it up there for the digital space. Like, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to wait 3 years for a cool Yakuza. We shouldn't have to wait this long for games to come over from. And I'm sorry, Breezy, about the translation thing, but Sega be taking it to the max.
Oh no, they can bring them over and just put subtitles. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find a mute. What the hell? Where's the mute? But anyway, yeah, I found a link to the game. But yes, they could totally bring it over and just subtitle it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like certain games.
Should start up again. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. It's just being stupid. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, we have come to the end of the podcast. Breezy, you got some shout outs because I already did mine.
No. Never got shout outs.
Okay, and y'all people on Facebook sharing all these crazy videos, I need y'all to stop. Because right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now. No, I ain't even gonna say that on this podcast. It was too horrifying, and I don't want y'all to be horrified. Anyway,
Yeah.
this your boy DJ Jones, Breezy. We on fire. You know what I'm saying? Beatz N Bitz Podcast number 10. We on fire. We here. I'm gonna be putting up because I'm be putting up these podcasts on SoundCloud. I've been taking my time. I gotta edit out the pre-show. We didn't have a pre-show today. We just jumped right in. But if you want to be on the pre-show, you gotta hit us up. And you know what I'm saying? Hit us up before the podcast. You got 7 whole days after this podcast goes off. And if you want to be on there, if you're an artist, if you whoever, come on to the program. We'll let you plug whatever you want to plug. You know what I'm saying? We'll holler at you. We ain't gonna do no whole interview, but we'll holler at you and you know what I'm saying, we'll get at you. And yeah. And for y'all on Facebook, stop sending me requests. Stop sharing all these nasty videos. It's Facebook. It's not a porno site, all right? And stop blowing me up doing the show. You know I'm doing the show because you see me
Who the
on.
hell sending you porn on Facebook?
No, ain't nobody sending it. They sharing it. Like I'm over here sharing a podcast, and dog, oh my god, oh my god, I
Anyway,
can't
let's
do.
just end the show.
Yeah, we gonna end the show. We gonna end the show. This your boy. We got Killzown. You know what I'm saying? AKA AGZ09. Make sure y'all go like I say, go support the video game Warzone. They got a Patreon. Y'all go send them $1. We gonna have a Patreon for the show, and we got a lot of stuff planned coming up here in 2015. It's gonna be a whole it's gonna be a movement, man. You know what I'm saying? The real is back. Matter of fact, the real ain't never left nowhere. The real can only come back if the fake showed up. So you know what I'm saying? But the real is always gonna be and stay the same. So this your boy, uh, Breezy. I'll talk to you later, my dude. And we out.
Yep. Peace out, everybody.
One more shout out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kevin Gates, man, for adding me on Facebook. I'm sure I'm getting ready to laugh, and I'm finna get some insight at the same time. So you know what I'm saying? We out. Peace.
People want to murder Brassy.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh,
Sideways.
We look. Just so YouTube don't flag this video, go we'll link to his song. It's on Target Practice mixtapes called John Gotti. Breezy, don't sing it because I ain't trying to get this video.
Okay.
All right. We out. Peace.